For those who don't know me, my name is Alex. I'm COO of Nas. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit why WhatsApp is one of the most underrated platforms out there for creators. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the problem, okay? What is the problem that creators are facing? So the problem we've talked about on the first day is this idea that reach is dropping, right? It's getting harder and harder to reach your audience, right? Because they're stuck in the home feed, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube Shorts. As a result of that, right, less than 10% of your followers are actually seeing the content you're creating. How do you feel? You're losing control, okay? The natural thing to do as a creator is to go and talk to your other creator friends, right? And say, okay, what are you doing about it, right? What's the solution? So you ask your friend and your friend says, start an email list. Does that sound familiar? Yes, right? Start an email list is great. You get lots and lots of emails. No algorithm anymore, right? It's really great. No algorithm. I can speak directly to my audience, and I can do things on top of that. Build businesses, monetize. So you start an email list, and then you find out there's another problem, right? Which is that no one bloody opens emails, right? The email open rates are dropping. I'm sure if you look at over a period of time that you see less and less people are opening emails. And what's good, what's considered like great is that 20 or 30% of people open emails. That means for every 10 people you email, 7 to 8 people are never even going to open it and see what you have to say, right? So if you think about that, let's say you have 20% open rates, maybe 2% of people will click what you do. That means for every 100,000 followers you have, you are only reaching 40 of them, right? That is crazy, crazy low. So okay, you tried email lists, it didn't work. You go back to your friend, you say, okay, email didn't work for me. What are my other options? So your friend says, start a Discord server, okay? And you're like, oh, that sounds cool, Discord has got a lot of functionality, it's a lot of people started using it, it looks interesting, maybe I can solve my problem there. And so the good things about Discord, it has no algorithm between you and your audience, and once people are on Discord, open rates are higher. But then you find there's another problem, which is only 2% of the world uses Discord. So if you think about, trying to get your followers somewhere, right, you're going to ask them, okay, download this app Discord, start using Discord. And for many of you who've used Discord, you know that it's not the easiest thing to navigate, right? It's not the easiest thing to use. Okay, so you've gone back to your friend. Your friend sounds pretty useless, actually. He's told you, do emails, do Discord. So, this is not working. So you go back to the drawing board and you say this. Is there a platform that can give me access to the most people, have high open rates, and has no algorithm? Well, I'm here to tell you that there is a platform. And that answer is WhatsApp. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more, number one, why I think that WhatsApp is the most powerful platform out there. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the problems people see and how creators are already using it today. The first thing is reach. We talked about reach, right? Does anyone know how many people use WhatsApp every month? 1.8 billion, someone said. Okay, everyone. The answer is 2.3 billion people, right? And I put this chart up just so you can see the difference, right? People say there's loads of reach on Discord. It's 150 million monthly active users. Telegram, which people use as well, 700 million. So WhatsApp is 3 times the reach of Telegram and 15 times the reach of Discord. When I saw that number, my mind was blown. I was like, this is what reach is about, right? And just to give you context, like how big is that? That's 30% of the world. The second thing is open rates, right? Why are open rates good on WhatsApp? So I did a bit of research and I was like, actually, I'm interested. How much time do people spend on WhatsApp? And I found out that the average user spends 18 hours a month on WhatsApp. And by the way, in countries like Indonesia, it's as high as 30 hours. The concept that I like to think about is going where your audience already is, right? So if someone's spending 18 hours a month, that's like every day they're on this platform, then when you try and reach them, you have a higher chance of reaching them. And so as a result of that, WhatsApp sees 70 to 80% open rates. So going back to what we talked about email, that's 4 times higher than email, right? That's really, really good. And one of the great things about WhatsApp, when you think about email, you have to draft copy structure, you have to write long emails. Actually, for WhatsApp, what's great about it is that you can use all types of content. You can use video, you can use voice note, you can use links, all sorts of things. And so as a result of that, conversion rates are also high. One of the things I love about WhatsApp when I use it is the idea of previewing the content that you have to give people a reason and entice them to click through. And then finally, it's just a place where people already gather. And we're interested in community building as creators, right? And what I love about WhatsApp is that communities were just organically being built on WhatsApp for years. We actually started building communities on WhatsApp in 2016. When Nasara was traveling the world, he would start WhatsApp groups with people to do meetups. And so it's just a natural place where people gather. So I've told you WhatsApp is wonderful. And you're probably going to ask me, well, why isn't it that everyone uses WhatsApp today for creators and community building already? And I actually did a bit of research on this, and I found 4 main reasons why. The first is that it's very difficult to see what's inside of the community. So this is what you typically see when someone sends you a link to join a WhatsApp. Right? This is an example of a WhatsApp group. What the hell's going on in there? Like, what happens? Are we chatting? Are we getting videos? Like, what's happening? So there's no real information inside, and I have no idea what to expect. So that's one problem. The second problem is that information gets lost. Let me tell you some of the pain points that I see all the time. It's really, really annoying that when I join a WhatsApp group, I have no idea what happened before I joined. Or when I have gone to sleep and I wake up and I'm in a community of people from another country that's on the other side of the world, I see hundreds of messages, and I'm like, what is going on, right? From a creator standpoint, another challenge is limited data. Maybe I have their number, but I don't have anything else, right? And then the final one is the monetization angle. We talked before in the previous sessions about the idea that content is to find people, and then private spaces is to build a business. But it's hard to monetize WhatsApp, right? So we saw these problems, and we decided to do something about it. So we said, what if you could create a WhatsApp community and connect it to a platform that did this all for you? And so that's, you've heard a little bit about Nas.io during the last 2 days. That is essentially what Nas.io does. And we essentially allow you to connect your WhatsApp and build things. So as a result of that, I spoke to thousands of creators, and the whole team has done that. And so what I wanted to do is not tell you all about Nas.io, but I wanted to actually say, from all the people that I've seen successfully build on WhatsApp, what are some of the tips that they're using, right? And how are they doing that? So hopefully you can go away with some ideas to do it yourself. So the first thing I see is giving your group a home. So you go back to that. When I send a link to WhatsApp, people have no idea what to do. So what we say is connect a landing page to WhatsApp, okay? Put what's inside your community. Give them a preview. And what we found is that the conversion rates, or when we discussed with the end users, what people say is that when I know what's inside WhatsApp, I really want to join. But I need to understand a bit more about what I'm getting. So give it a home and plug it in and see what happens. The second thing is information gets lost. We talked about that. So where are you housing all of the value for your community? Right? Are you giving them a link to one place, another link to another place, a piece of content, a piece of course? So whatever platform you use, bring all your information and put it in one place. Don't assume that your community and your users will know where to go. You see this, in link in bios, you see hundreds of links. How is someone going to navigate that? So find that single place to do that. The third thing is around capturing data. And I see a lot of creators don't think about this enough, which is that the more you understand your members, your community, the more you can build customized experiences for them. So whether it be who they are, what country they're from, what they like doing, what's their LinkedIn, what are they most interested in? Is it events? Is it learning? Is it meeting other people? So really try and get to the bottom of understanding who your members are, and you can build much stronger experiences for them. And the fourth part is about monetization. And this is something that people get wrong, I see time and time again. Creators are scared, often, to ask their audience to pay. And I think that needs to change, because when you think about it, you as a creator are giving so much of your time to make a community experience meaningful and good. And so I think the dynamic should shift. Rather than saying, how much money can I extract from my audience, or not extract any at all, a conversation can be had with your community to say, this is the value that I'm providing. Are you comfortable to pay this amount? Are you comfortable to pay this amount? What do you think it's worth? And we've seen creators do this and have really healthy conversations. And what they found is that the community is willing to pay because they understand the investment and the effort to do that. So the good news is people are already doing this, right? It's not just something that I'm making up and talking theory. So Nusara mentioned a couple of these, but I want to just explain a little bit of how. So Geek Out Pro, Matt Navarra, I think maybe some of you heard him earlier or yesterday, he said, I want to do a paid WhatsApp newsletter, right? I want to give people real-time updates on social media, and I'm going to ask people to pay $5 a month. He found that actually more than 600 people in a month were prepared to pay for that, which is great because he was already doing it, and now he has a gated WhatsApp. The Art of Living, who are one of the other speakers, they actually are using WhatsApp to send thousands of people daily meditation. Think about that concept for a second, which is that I go on WhatsApp every day anyway, and now I can start my day with a message from Art of Living, which can give me something to meditate and to think about. We have another guy who, what he did was he said, I am investing in the stock market in India, and I have a lot of ideas and tips, and a lot of people ask me about it. So why don't I actually start a WhatsApp group to share stock tips? And he charges $5 a month, and he has 100 people who are paying him to access that through WhatsApp. And then Nikist, who was one of our speakers, he said, I don't want to do an email list because in India, no one opens email. I'm going to start a WhatsApp group to share information about being a developer, a software engineer. And he got more than 50,000 people who said, I want to join your WhatsApp. So think about that, 50,000 people he can directly reach instead of worrying about an algorithm, and people who are actually opening it. So this was really mind-blowing to me. And so I did it myself. So even I started a WhatsApp newsletter. So I was saying, you know what? I want to tell people more about community building and the creator economy around the world because too many people focus on the US and not enough is talked about what goes on in Dubai and other places. What does it mean for you? Okay, you're like, Alex, I like WhatsApp. It sounds interesting. Now I can see how maybe I can improve it and I can use it more actively. One question I get all the time, does that mean I abandon social media and switch to WhatsApp? Do not do that. The answer is no. Okay? But I want to leave you with this one thought, okay? What's more important? 1 million people see your content for 10 seconds on TikTok, or 1,000 CEOs engage in your WhatsApp group every month? And I think the answer is you need both, right? You need to find more people, right? Social media will help you find your audience, but WhatsApp will help you keep it. And I think that what we see in Nas is that there has been this huge shift that has been taking place in the last 2 years to private communities. So you can see on this chart, right? Emails were 1990, Reddit was late 90s, Facebook groups were a big thing in the early 2000s, and we see the future lies with WhatsApp. So if you have one takeaway today, I would say this. Do not ignore WhatsApp. Of course, no platform is perfect, but experiment with WhatsApp. Try and bring your audience into WhatsApp. Try and build community in WhatsApp. And I think you'll be surprised in the results. And there is no better time to start than now. Thank you very much.